I'm pretty much just going to label this episode. It's like old school punk versus new school punk.
Very.
Hi people and hello my Chili Con Carnage crew, it's Chili here from Live Listen Erased. I know it's been a long time between episodes like this one, but well, we're back and we're doing it again. And I am joined on this episode by Matthew over there from Diazable Reviews and Diazable Apparels. Matthew, how are you today?
I am absolutely great because I get to do work with you and have fun. So that's a great day.
Oh man, listen to this guy. He's just like, oh, this is the best channel ever. No, I'm joking.
Absolutely. I'm honored to be working and doing stuff with Chili. Absolutely. The best.
You love it. We all love to hear it. This one is a bit of a funny episode. We've got, of course, if you aren't aware of the series Live Listen Erased, I guess the quickest way you can describe it is pretty much just like Marry, Fuck, Kill. We're going to have a Wheel of Pain. We have each selected 4 albums. The wheel will spin for 3 of these albums, and we have to choose which one we would listen to forever, which one we would see live and never hear again, and which one we would erase forever. So it's a very interesting concept here we got, and we got really interesting pick of music here because you've got some cool. Well, it's pretty much all punk themed, by the way, on this one. It's like old school versus new school. I've selected, 4 old school rockers here with like Dead Kennedys, Misfits, Killing Joke, and oh shit, if I had a mental blank on the last one here.
Suicidal Tendencies.
Sorry.
Suicidal Tendencies was your last pick,
Suicidal Tendencies, that's them. And you've got some of the new school eras, and just run me through quickly the names of the bands that you've picked.
The bands that I selected were Rum Kicks, The Chisel, Slant, and Strong Boys.
Strong Boys, which is a very, if it comes up, it'll definitely be an interesting one. So without,
absolutely.
I can't wait to see what's on this list here. So I guess, look, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into which 3 albums are going to be selected, and let's get to the Wheel of Pain.
Wheel of Pain.
The Wheel of Pain is always good because, it's like the 9th circle of hell, except we call that, I guess, the channel. And it'll be that way. Alright, now, Matthew can't see it, but I will read out the list as it comes up. And as you can see on the screen here, you can see the lovely little wheel of spin, click to do things. Alright, first one we're going to have is click to spin. Slant is the very first pick we have. And I don't remember picking that audio when I made this list. It's like a Mexican arriba. I don't remember picking that. Yeah, salsa dance, everyone. It really fits the mood well when you're coming up to these punk rockers. Now, Slant was the first pick there. The next one we're going to have on here. The Misfits, everyone. Or Misfits, as everyone likes to, of course, call them as well. Earth AD. And third and last pick we're going to have is The Chisel. The Chisel is the third pick there. Interesting list we have. I'm loving it. This is going to be a really sick list we got going on here. A very interesting selection of music. Yeah, it's a really cool one that we got. I want to begin, of course, with the first pick that came up there, which was Slant. This is your selection. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the album name, so please tell me a bit about this band.
Sure. Just to help it, the album name is called Chip. It's literally like House One, like translation. Chip is house, essentially, and in issue 1, essentially in Korean. And Slant is they are a very interesting band here in Korea because if anyone's not too familiar, I am based out of South Korea right now and going to shows here. I've been in Korea for 11 years, but I've been going for like 5 or so. And just the punk scene in Korea, out of like any alternative space, is one of the biggest ones here.
Really?
And this band here, Slant, like just seeing, like, I've seen them so many times. The energy is so unmatched with this band, and it just, the whole female fronted thing, I don't know if it's never. I don't want to say this band uses it as a gimmick or anything,
Wait,
but
are they
people might.
female? Are they an all-female band?
No, it's an only female fronted band. Like most of the members I kind of know personally, and like she's a tattoo artist.
Oh, right.
The drummer, he's like half Korean, half white. He's from Boston,
Yeah,
and the other members are all like local like punk
really
members
in the
of the
scene.
Korean. Yeah, they've been in it for years. They're all like 30, 40 plus years old, so they've been doing it for like 20 years.
Oh shit.
And they it just they just have so much of veracity in the sound and
Hmm.
like there's not too many like good crust punk bands I would say here in Korea. I feel like
That's
they
who I
hit
was
that hole
thinking
very well.
about with this band was crust punk. It was like the first thing that came to my mind when I heard it.
As soon as it comes, yeah, but it's so like I feel like no disrespect to crust punk, but sometimes like I feel the majority of crust punk music, I don't know if it's on purpose or if that's just how it is. It always comes out a little bit really rough and really derivative of itself. But this was always when I
Hmm.
saw them live and listened to it, I was just like, whoa, 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 this is genuinely something really different in a very like redundant genre at times. Yeah,
That's a
and they
perfect
recently
description.
just. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was a perfect description. It's like a redundant genre. It's such a weird niche kind of genre. Crust punk. It's very odd.
Similar to like black metal, certain things like where it's like there's so
Yeah.
you can barely deviate it from so much. Like you can hear one band, you're like, you kind of already know where most of it's gonna go. But these guys do it differently, and they just went on their first like U.S. like tour, like East Coast, West Coast tour. They're finally doing things because they got screwed over by COVID. They were
Ah,
gonna do a
shit.
big bunch of stuff, and then yeah, 5 years of just having to wait.
Ah,
But yeah,
man.
oh, slant, yeah.
Good slant pick
And I
there,
think
mate.
also a small note, the main vocalist, she's done like art for K-pop artists too. So that's really yeah, because she
Wow.
she's pretty famous tattoo artist. So that world crosses over here, then and like a lot of the aesthetics of like I guess new tattoo styles. Some people in art of K-pop artists, it's that weird like tribal. It's like Gen Z tribal style tattoos. She did a bunch of designs for some pretty big K-pop stars and artists.
When you say tribal tattoos, is it different to the tribal tattoos that were big in the 90s?
It's like yeah, different from from someone was telling me it's like 90s tribal tattoo, but more like chrome and monochrome style to it. Like think of like a regular like someone would have a regular tribal band, but it looks more minimalistic and has more of like a 3D embossed chrome look to it. Like I've
Oh,
seen a
okay.
lot. It's very big here in Korea in terms of like minimal tattoos and stuff. A lot of people have that, especially as I said, the young peeps.
That makes sense, I guess. Like when I when you said tribal tattoo, the first thing that came to my mind is like in Australia, bogan, wrap around the arm, and something like that. You know what I mean? Like it was almost a rite of passage. Being in the 90s, you had this tribal tattoo, probably a Southern Cross tattoo on your back or something like that. It's such it's such a cliche almost. Like I go to the. I hate to say this, but I go swimming lessons with my daughter at the moment, right? So I'm in there with a bunch of fathers, and it's like middle-aged balding men like myself, but I don't have it. But middle-aged balding men with tribal tattoos on their arms, and I'm just like, what
It's
tribe are
just it
you in?
says so much with so little.
It does. This is why I never got like Cambodian tattoos on me. It's something that looks cool, it looks nice, but I don't want to be stuck with it 80 years down the track. Fingers crossed.
Cool for the moment, but yeah, something just don't age well.
No, no, it does not. But then again, I have had some
But,
questionable tattoos anyway in my life. We won't go down that path, but but back to the music here with Slam, and in regards to, I guess, what I thought of this album. Like we mentioned before, crust punk was the very first thing that crossed my mind when I was listening to this. It's a very interesting kind of record because it definitely reminds me of a lot of hardcore, bands of the eras, and I liked the structure of the music. I liked that style that they were writing and stuff like that. And the one thing though I really didn't like about this album, and unfortunately this is one of the albums I don't think I liked at all from your list that you gave me, was the singer. It was the vocal
I can see
production.
that.
Yeah, the production on this album is very lackluster, but it is part of the scene. That's what it is. It's like saying, "Oh, I want a high production quality black metal album." You don't get that really. Same with
It's
crust punk.
oxymoron.
It's the same with crust punk. These guys are setting up some kind of like 8-track in a garage, probably recording this. I don't really know, but it's quality and crust punk do not go together. I know that. It's still a little bit jarring when I'm listening to it, especially because I've got headphones most of the time, and it's like a banshee screaming in my ear. I'm sorry to the lead singer. It was just ear-piercingly loud. I'm like, yeah, like I can't do this for much longer.
Absolutely. Well, yeah.
I like the structure of the music though. Like I was saying, I think what they got is a good vibe to it, but I can't for the life of me fully embrace what Slant has to offer. I think it could be, like you're saying though, you're painting a picture, this interesting picture of that in a live setting, because you've seen them numerous times. In a live setting, there's a very different vibe, like any music really. And I think that would be an interesting setting as well, given that they've been around the scene for a time now, and obviously know the ins and outs and how to perform on stage. So that could be an interesting decision that might actually factor into my decision at the end of this episode. So I don't know, very odd one there.
Well, also, people who are watching this, I have a lot of video on my own personal channel because I do a lot of band recordings, multiple settings from them in like Thailand, in Korea and stuff. I record them and stuff. They're definitely one of those bands. Like, yeah, maybe on record, maybe I don't want to listen to it, but in a live setting, I would say it's a bit of a different story. It's watching like the guitars play, their strumming is just so ferocious. Her vocals piercing, but in a larger space, and it's not directly into you. I think it could be a little bit more enjoyable. But I totally agree with you that it's such a jarring, like like it's piercing, ear piercing.
Yeah, if you went from like something like Britney Spears and jumped into Slant, you'd be just going, what just happened? I mean, that's the weirdest transition you could probably have, but whatever. Who knows what Apple Music or Spotify is going to have on your suggestion playthroughs. At this rate, especially. AI is just all kinds of fucked. But, yeah, look, Slant's an interesting pick. I just to round out this album, what would be the highlight tracks you would recommend?
Always just seen their sets a million times. 2 tracks for sure. How Does It Feel? And Enemy was always their opener, but it's gotten so popular, it's their closer now when they play. So whenever people are like, when Enemy comes on, the amount of people just, and the thing is, they don't try to bum rush when they try and get the mic. Literally, everyone just leans in as close as they can to the front with the singer like pointing the mic out, and it's just an incredible. I'm getting goosebumps just like every time remembering it.
Core memory unlocked.
Yeah. I've joined in many times, and now I just kind of chill and watch and just seeing how everyone's so passionate about that particular song. And I mean, it's a pretty easy chorus to sing. It's just singing out enemy. It's really easy, so it's easy to get like involved in. So like, those are particularly 2 highlights for me. Just I feel it's a weird bias because I've seen them a million times.
It's weird that you also mentioned like I just chill when I'm like watching these guys now. It's like, who chills at a punk concert? Yeah, it's like me.
Exactly.
My knees are not built for the mosh pit anymore. Like
that is true. But I've already seen more than 25 times at this point. Korean shows are very big shows, little shows. It's a lot of the same bands half the time, so you see a lot of people over and over.
Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense. Yeah. It's like it's unlike Australia. You get a worldwide tour every 5 to 10 years. Yeah. Yay! Welcome to Australia. I guess we'll go on to the next one here, which is going to be Misfits, or The Misfits, depending on how you want to say it. But Misfits' album Earth AD Die Die My Darling. Now this is a bit of a compilation actually of 2 records. It's kind of like a bunch of EPs and stuff in this mixture, which is why obviously the name comes up as such. It is also the last album to feature Glenn Danzig, who was the lead singer for Misfits at the early days. And you might remember Danzig, of course, for what he would do later on in his career, which was, of course, Danzig, aptly named. So you know the song like Mother and stuff like that. Yeah, that's Glenn Danzig. So yeah, he was. Oh man, everyone loves him. Air quotes.
You love or hate it. Regardless, you're still loving it.
Yeah, that's it. You're still rocking those first 3 albums by his. Like it's I know I do on a regular basis. But yeah, back in the day, he was obviously in Misfits. He actually, oddly enough, he just celebrated his 70th birthday, and holy shit, I'm sounding old just sounding that. But yeah, back in the day, because Misfits were around like since 76 or something like that. They've been around for a while. And he was the lead singer. They only did like 2 albums, and I was torn between which album I was going to pick for this one. And the other one was, of course, Walk Among Us, their debut, I guess. And I just decided, nah, screw this. I'll go with Earth AD, Die Die My Darling, because it's a little bit better in my book, and probably contains a few more famous tracks, if you will. Misfits have influenced a lot of bands as well, and most notably is they actually influenced Metallica to a big degree. So, if you weren't aware, obviously Metallica has the metal influences back in the day. They did Garage Inc. as well, which is a collection album of theirs. A covers album of theirs. And they covered 3 Misfits tracks on that record. Cliff Burton, the bass player, he actually introduced the band to Misfits. He would, in James Hetfield's own words, he'd be tapping on his like steering wheel when driving to the Misfits because it's just, brutal, fast-paced type of stuff. And yeah, so they covered, I think it was like Green Hell, Last Caress, and I think it was Die Die My Darling was the other one. So, yeah, and I think they probably actually covered a few more tracks live. But anyway, and they call themselves horrorcore punk because they bring in an influence, of course, of like B-grade movies, horror movies, and stuff like that. And they also have influenced a style of hair. I don't know if you're familiar with this one. Yep, he knows it. The devil lock, which is just hair straight down in front of you and about a litre of gel to hold it in place. When I was much younger, I actually used to have a devil lock. So they were a big influence on me. So I'm very curious to hear what your thoughts are on this album, though. What did you make of this one?
I'm super happy you picked this because that's why I do a lot of these like this YouTube channel and stuff and like reviews and stuff like that. I know a few hits from the Misfits, but I've never actually listened to any Misfits stuff through and through. And I think they're kind of making, I would say, a comeback. At least like in the hardcore world, there's like a podcast where the like, 2 guys always talk about the Misfits that they love. Well, not that they love, but the Misfits that, they love them so much. And so like these guys are talking about them so much. I know a little bit here and there. I should definitely do a big, deeper dive. And then this came up. I was like, oh, perfect.
Yep.
And I won't think my opinion was swayed by them or other people, but because I've heard them like as soon as I got into music, like heavier alternative music, their name will pop up here and there. And it makes sense why they've constantly popped up in my life of 30 plus years. They've influenced so many people, and then actually sitting down listening to it, it's like, every song, listen, get it. I understand. I've heard this sound, this familiar drum beat, this riff from an old, newer band. So people are hella influenced by them. I get it. The aesthetics, the sound, just the vibes and everything. Thinking about it, like you said, 1976, nothing was like this in it, and these guys pop up probably in like the scariest, coolest, so many like hyper like strong adjectives, just like good, bad, and everything. But I can see them like you couldn't miss them. Like, you're just like, what the fuck is going on with these guys? Like, whoa, these guys are just so out there. And then listening to this album, it's pretty good. Like, I would say the only thing I kind of didn't like about at times was production. But then I was thinking, well, 1976, give it a little way. Like,
well, this album, sorry, they were around since 1976. This album came out in 1982.
Sorry, I always
still,
get dates wrong.
Yeah,
but they've been around. Well, also they're full of and I think that was another thing. Is like there was never really official stuff, and it's like all. And I want to say when it comes to OCD, I want to start from first band, like first record, go through and like. There's never really official like album like debut with them technically.
No, there is not. It's very hard when I decided to make this list. I'm like, who the fuck do I pick? They're all like EPs and compilations and shit like that. It's really hard to choose. But yeah, like
everyone has a weird starting point. There's no like general like, oh, we all started from here and branched down, list and found. It's like everyone found Misfits in a weird. They've had I've heard about the Michael Graves era. Like they've had so many different kind of changes and stuff. So it's like, which is your Misfits essentially.
Exactly. Where do I go? What do I do? It's a very odd one. I can tell you my introduction to the Misfits was through their record. It's called Collection, which was another one I was actually deciding whether or not to choose for you. It's the Misfits Collection. It's the yellow album cover with the Misfits skull on the front, and that's
that tons of times.
yeah. It's a very famous like collection, I think, amongst punk rockers. It's basically it's okay. If Earth AD and Die Die My Darling, I think it's just 2 EPs together, with 1 or 2 extra tracks. The Collection album is pretty much like singles, pretty much. It's all like the little singles because hardcore punk rockers in the day.
Before there was a Spotify playlist.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because back in the day, these guys would barely release EPs. They'd be releasing little, 2-side EP singles. Sorry, at their shows. So that's like the hard part about punk rock because there's so many releases, and yeah, it's odd. But yeah, Collection is basically
That's the same thing that K-pop and punk have in like relation. So many random single releases and never like full, or maybe an EP. You never get like a full thing.
That's right. Yeah, it's a very odd little mix. It's weird that they share that parallel. Actually, it's like history repeating itself. I don't know, but
Yeah, so when people want me to do K-pop reviews, I'm like, I don't know where to start because I see a bunch of singles. I don't give me an EP, give me an album,
give
like,
me something.
especially in post Spotify streaming world. Oh,
It's
can't just review one song.
no 1 second review. Good.
So could be better. I'm not sure about this one. That should be a new series I have. 1 second review.
5 second reviews, everyone. We're going to introduce a new part to the channel. This don't do good now.
I know you have a 5-minute review. I'm wondering, like, just to take the piss, I might actually do this.
I'll do it. I reckon you could do it hard. Like, run with that stuff.
Digress anyway, but yes, back to your first introduction in punk.
Yeah, it was first introduction to the Misfits was longer than 5 seconds, but it was through the Collection album, and it's like I don't know whatever it is, 20 tracks or some shit, and it's a bunch of like their singles from the early days. You got London Dungeon, for example, which is very different. It's an earlier track they wrote back in the 70s, I believe, 77, and it's very different to this song, for example, this album, I should say. Yeah, when you listen to like the very early stuff, it's more the classic kind of punk you would expect from maybe Ramones or Sex Pistols to a degree, because yeah, it's very of that kind of era. But the Collection is also like for 10 years of their career, so it does span a long time of their career. Because I think after this album, Earth AD, they pretty much went on hiatus for a couple of years. Yeah, Glenn Danzig left the band like 2 months after this record came out, and they were just like, we're out, And
I've been told it was over a double cheeseburger.
I would believe that if it was Danzig. Like, he is like, he's a proper asshole. It's weird it's a cheeseburger because he was like a weightlifter as well. Like, he really got into weights and stuff like that. He was a big guy, like, in the 90s.
Very short, stocky, very. Like,
yeah. He was into weights and stuff, like Henry Rollins. He was just working out all the time. But the funny thing is, when he actually got into a fight, he got knocked the fuck out. Can't remember who it was. Yeah, serious. Like, because everyone was looking at him like, if you look at pictures of Henry Rollins from the 90s, I mean, sorry, yeah, Henry Rollins was much more muscular. If you look at Danzig in the 90s, like, he's not a small guy. He's like beefcake.
He's pretty, yeah.
He's got muscles. Like, he is looking good. Always shirtless kind of thing. And I'm like, that's not the guy you want to fuck with. That's the energy that he gave out. But someone just said, nah, screw this guy, you're an asshole. Knocked him out. Like, one hit.
I mean, you could have a lot of muscles, but I mean, height might be a factor too. Like, you just get one good downward punch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down really good. Squished him like a Goomba from Super Mario. But
Goomba, boop. I don't know what sound they make. I never played the game.
Just making random noises that I think.
Yeah, just make some random noise. If I edit this video, maybe I'll do it right here, but I probably won't. Oh man,
I'm very happy you picked this album. Yeah.
It's good to see. It's good to hear. Like, I was interested to see if you had heard of them or not, because it's one of those things. I'm trying to pick bands that maybe you hadn't heard of, but they're kind of like famous enough that maybe you had heard of them. But I'm glad to hear that you hadn't listened to the entire album before.
Yeah, and
Uh,
also I think, like I said, the guys who talk about that podcast, I don't know if you know about it. There's this band called Twitching Tongue band. By chance,
no, I'm not familiar with them.
like 2 years ago, on Halloween, they made like a rebrand of their band, a cover version called Twitch Fits, where they just covered like just the like all the big hits from the Misfits. They've done two
Oh
cover
yeah,
albums, one called Twitch Fits Volume One and Volume Two, and like the first one has like Last Caresses, where Eagles
yeah.
Fly, Halloween, London, like all the
London.
bangers, and it's just like with better production. The vocalist is the vocalist of Twitch, so he has a little bit like similar, like a huskier, lower range of like Danzig. So it's like it kind of it reintroduced him to like all the young people, but even myself, which made me think like, oh yeah, I didn't realize how many Misfits songs I knew they dropped. I knew all of them, and it was just like, yo, the Misfits, they really influenced a lot of people. And then they dropped another one this last 2024
Yep.
Halloween, and it was a little bit more like deeper cuts, but about half of them I still knew and everything. So it's a really good covers album with like Twitch Fits. You
I
haven't
gotta
checked it
check
out?
that
Other people,
out.
yeah, and I have their full set in Detroit past June, where they like did the paint and everything,
Oh
and
shit.
just seeing people stage diving to when the Eagles Fly, Last Caresses, it's
Yes.
like it's really cool.
Damn, that's epic. I know there's a Japanese band out there called Balzac, and they're highly influenced by them. Like, pretty much is a imitation of them in the newer age. And to cap it off, they actually worked with the newer Misfits on an EP. I think they did like one or two songs together. So check them out. They're a little bit hard to find because I think they've had some music taken down. But yeah, Balzak. And I
And
think
also
even
Japanese music, they're still very analog. Like
uh,
I just stuff it like there's so many Japanese I want to check out, but it's like, oh, none of their stuff is on. I have to physically buy it, find it
yes.
in Japan or somewhere having it.
Can you smuggle it for me in your prison wallet, like next time you come out?
Absolutely. And
For me,
even
I
if you
think
go down to Australia, like, give me a reason. I'll bring you this one tape.
we
Because
got Tim
when I go to
Tams and
Australia,
koalas. What else do you need to come to Australia? Like
I do love a good Tim Tan inside a nice tea. My friend taught.
the Tim Tam Slammer.
Oh, it's so good.
If you don't know, you got to Google that one. I guess to wrap up this album, though, I will say the highlight tracks, at least in my opinion, are going to be like Earth AD, Death Comes Ripping, definitely Mummy Can I Go Out and Kill Tonight. What a freaking tune, that one. Mummy, can I go out and kill tonight?
Granted, Impasse. That was my least favorite song on this one. Just like
Ooh.
when I said Songbird wasn't good on the Oasis.
I
I
can
always
hear
have the worst take.
you had the worst takes. I can hear my comment section just getting enraged, like hearing that. This guy doesn't know punk.
I would say with that one, that was the one song with like it just sounded bad.
I can understand. I can understand.
And I heard the cover version from that band Twitch Fits. They did it. Sounds great, but this one I was just everything was fine, but then that song came out. How does this sound poorly made? Like,
I
it
think
just sounds
I
more. And
think
then
that
it
was
comes back up.
the change of the EP as well. So there may be two different qualities in there. I
Possibly, but I didn't,
believe. Yeah.
gonna have to listen to it a couple more times. But come at me, guys.
Yeah, come at me. Come at him, not me. Like
Yeah,
Green.
Chill is fine. Chill.
Yeah, Chili. I love that track. Green Hell, of course, is another one, and last one is Die Die My Darling. These were definitely the bangers I thought from this album. Oh, and Devil Lock. Fuck it. The entire album's just amazing. Hell, it's
Oh,
only
Devil
20
Lock.
minutes. Go listen to the album. Like,
They're bangers. It's straight bangers.
straight up bangers. Yeah. First two albums, you can listen to it in 45 minutes. Just go and listen to it. Like, what up? Mic drop. Like, all right. We're going on to the last one here. We're going on to the last one with the Chisel. Tell me a bit about this band here, because this was like Straight up, I'm gonna be honest. This was one of my favorite picks that you had for me.
I feel like out of all the picks I had, this was the like we I felt like I feel like I haven't talked much about the whole old school new punk thing because like I only recently got into I would say punk 2 3 years ago. I was always kind of about punk. Best way I can say I didn't really get it. I respect it, but nothing ever got me. And two of the bands, pretty much all the bands on here got me two specific. One would be the Rum Kids if that gets picked up,
If it
and
gets,
then
yeah.
the Chisel. This is what got me like, oh, I kind of understand Brit because punk kind of originated from England essentially.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Well,
when I heard this
yeah.
band recently, for the British flavor of punk, I think punk has a little bit origin all over.
It depends how far back you want to take it to the proto-punk era. Like, you got MC5, which is an American band, but we won't go down that path for the history. We'll be here 20 more minutes.
That'd be another time event. I've never heard of that band or anything, so I'm gonna have to do some digging right there. But in my mind, it's always been like British punk was like where it started,
Yeah.
and just like I talked about that
That's where it
podcast
went
before.
mainstream, I guess you could say, with
Oh,
the Sex Pistols.
Sex Pistols and stuff, the Clash and all that, right?
Yes,
Essentially.
yes. Yeah, you got it.
Okay. I'm okay with talking how certain music. This is how I learn. This is how I grow. It's all right. It's how we get
Don't
better.
worry, I'll give
I'm
them a
okay
crash
with
course history on the stuff that came before then. Don't worry. It'll be off screen.
that. Please don't. I'm always open to it. Just don't scream at me. I'm down to
Damn it, that's the only way I
learn.
can communicate, though. Like, be like the drill sergeant from... I'll be like Ali you look like you suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
I don't know. But I feel like when I heard this band, The Chisel, it felt like I was like, oh, is this what like kind of was like discovering punk in like the '70s, stuff like that with like Sex Pistols and also because it feels very like it's just very British punk in a
Mm.
very good way, but it's just like better production, I could say, because it's just pissed off. It's very like the lyrics are very relatable, and it's
Yeah.
so like, boy, I'm just like, let's fucking fight, and it just gets me all riled up. And like the album itself, what a nightmare!
What a
It
fucking
gives you what you
nightmare.
want
What a fucking
already. Like, oh, it's
nightmare.
not gonna be a pleasant ride and everything,
Yeah.
but it just seems to capture that punk sound that I never grew up with, and that's when like it started clicking with me. It's like, oh, I do like this music, I guess, because I'm older now and and I just want to expand out more. And I really digged it. It just turns up like how the guitars are being like very stringy and like his vocals are very clear but very pissed off at the same time. And just overall, I just love the production of this album. It just sounds so clean and crisp.
Yeah, it's a very well produced album. Like if you're if there was some old school punk rockers out there looking to, I guess, like, no one from the old school sound is going to say new punk rock is good, but I would point to this
Die on
album.
that hill.
Yeah, they'll die on that hill, fucking gatekeepers. But anyway, if you're actually looking for something that's good, like, I am going to recommend the Chisel from this one list here anyway, as being one of these bands that you do have to have to check them out. For me, when I was listening to this album in particular, it was very interesting because it actually reminded me from another band which is not quite punk, but it reminded me of the singer Frank Carter from The Gallows. He was, yeah, like I legitimately thought this was a side project of his. Like, I had to Google it. I had to, I was listening to it going, fuck, is that Frank Carter? Who, by the way, is fronting the band The Sex Pistols at the moment. He's the lead singer at the moment. So it's like he does that scene. So anyway,
Got a very interesting career. He's very punk.
He's very very intriguing person. That band is The Gallows. Grey Britain, great album, fucking amazing album, that one. But the Chisel here this is like a really awesome band, like fucking amazing. When it just started off, just that intro, what a fucking nightmare, and it just builds up. The production it's not over polished. It's not so clean that it just becomes abhorrent. It's still got a crusty level to it, a dirty, grimy kind of feel to the guitar tone. There is, but at the same time, it's still just clean enough that it can be heard quite well. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it bringing into this album, I guess. And like you said, British punk, that's pretty much where it started. You know, Sex Pistols, like, were the British side of things in 1970. I want to say six, I think it was, with Nevermind the Bollocks. And when you jump over the Atlantic, you had the Ramones and their side of punk, which is more akin to Beach Boys. It was like very pop sounding. You go to the British side, very different, very different. Abrasive is the word, you know. And yeah, it's great. But yeah, when you gave me this one, like, I added it to my playlist. Sorry, my yeah, I added it to my thing. Like, it's a great fucking album. I gotta straight up say, you know. The tracks that I thought were really cool was, for example, Those Days, which had bagpipes in it, reminded me a bit of like Dropkick Murphys to a vibe. I really like that one. No Gimmicks as well, really cool track. I think that was the second track off the album, and like gives you, it just launches straight into it, eh? You're like, no holds barred, that's it, we're fucked.
Literally no gimmicks with that song and everything. They were not playing around. Oh,
Yeah, it's just great, that one. But the other one as well was like Evil by Evil, which is just fast as fuck, boy. That one is just accelerating like 5,000 beats per minute. It's I love that. Like, that's the kind of punk that I love, and what a great pick for you. Like, for me anyway. For you to give to me, sorry, is what I meant to say.
I
Highly,
had a feeling you might have known this band a little.
sorry,
I thought you might have known this band a little bit because, like,
never
I feel a
heard
lot
of
of people
them.
in the
Never heard of them.
yeah, I think yeah. Okay, I'm very very happy I was able to introduce you to
Yeah,
something new.
I'm very glad that you introduced me to this band. Let me put it that way. Are there any highlights that you would say off this album that you would pick?
Literally all the songs you just said are the
Yeah.
ones that I like. Yeah, like
it's definitely got those vibes to the album.
yeah. There was
Yeah,
another one other song. Top of my, there was another song I really liked on here too.
which is, sorry,
Lion Little Rat Propaganda and fuck 'em, fuck 'em,
fuck 'em, fuck 'em,
fuck 'em. That chorus, fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck.
fuck
It's
'em,
just
fuck
like
'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Yeah, yeah.
man,
I'm down for that one. I'm down for that one then. So I guess we're getting
I think
to the wrap up part of it here, and we have talked about the three albums. Now we come to the conclusion, of course, and
oh, I'm not looking forward to
the
this.
hard part, the really hard part here. Do you want to go first, or shall I?
I guess I can go first. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, oh. Because so one band live, one band erased, and listen to one band.
Forever.
And it any particular version of the band, or is it like from that era? Because Misfits one, that's kind of like giving me a control. Their career is so long spanning. So I'm like, what's the stipulation?
I guess it would be of that era. Yeah, of that
Oh
era.
shit. Then definitely that does help me a little. So Misfits, because seeing that era of Misfits live, probably. I mean, don't get me wrong about the chisel slant, great. But seeing that, if I time machine go back, I'm just there, just chilling, like just seeing the energy, the people's confusion, and probably just what's going on. Definitely live, and also if it is now too, it'd be harder for me to see the Misfits than any because they might not be around much longer. And if I get the opportunity, I definitely see them.
Yeah.
So definitely, I would see them live for sure. Yeah, Misfits take that category. I feel this is personal. I know people in one of the bands, and
You put yourself in the crosshairs here.
I did. Ah, and this is all honesty, and this is all strong, guys. This is, because I'm trying not to be biased or anything like that, but it's just they're just. I could listen to that Slant EP over and over. The chisel. Also, I'm trying to think. Wait, this is all just for me, not from like wow, I feel personal, just my own
No.
personal, right?
It's, I guess, the pick that you would have to make. It is to a degree personal.
You know what? I think because I've seen them so many times, I've heard them so many times, I don't think they'd be mad. I'd have to he's like, oh.
Shots fired. Slan, if you're watching, we're sorry.
It's nothing personal. It's just like I'm very satisfied with the amount of times I've seen, heard you. So just be like, oh no.
The look on your face is like you are gutted at this choice. The realization that you had to make this hard choice.
Yeah, it's just so funny because I would love to see them more and more, but it's like I'm very the few people, not few, but like I've seen them plenty of times, gotten good goods. I'm satisfied. I don't want to over chisel. I still could listen to. I could listen to that a long time because I still listen to it as often. I haven't heard, seen it. Haven't seen it play live, so it'd just be like I can. It's more fun to listen to because I don't know what to expect sometimes still, even though I've listened to it a couple times. Slam, I've listened to it many times. It's weird. I feel like people go the other way around because they listen to it so much. They would want to listen to it forever, and then something newer they will. But that's what my gut's telling me.
Yeah, and look, I'd be interested to see what people are going to pick on this one. For me, it's quite an easy pick on the race, and I'm sorry, Slant, but you're gone.
Sorry. Even sorry. I'll do it in cringe. Just don't let me die. Just don't let me die.
Like it's. I don't know. Just given the other two people on the list here, it's and Slant was not something that I could connect well with. They're just erased. If it was someone else here on the list, I might actually go see them live because you painted a nice picture of like their live performances, and they sound very intriguing. The music sounded interesting. While I don't particularly enjoy the singer, I think in a live performance it just completely changes these types of tunes, and that's the thing that is missing usually with a studio recording. Sometimes bands don't transpose well over to a live, recorded edition, and it's just unfortunate. But Slant, sorry, you're being erased. So then it comes to the other choices, like really hard to pick. You got Misfits and the Chisel, and I forgot to mention this part of the Misfits part, but Misfits' debut album has a song called Hate Breeders. Have a guess who picked up that name for a band?
No.
Serious. Misfits
Everyone
inspired
is influenced
them.
by somebody.
Yeah. I just saw your shirt again and I was like, oh, that's right, they made this song. Like,
and I feel like this is maybe because they get a lot of flack for about Bring Me the Horizon. One thing that Ollie Sykes always said was like, I'm not. In a weird way, everything is kind of like everything. Okay, except a lot of things in life. It's copy/pay an homage. Like all this time, I'm thinking Hate Breed is, that's pretty unique, but they got it from somewhere else because they like something else. They changed it up a little bit, but like that's awesome.
Yeah. There's a fact for you guys today if you weren't aware. Hate Breed, the band, takes their name from a Misfits song. So, there you go.
Why?
Nah, this part's hard. Do I listen to Misfits forever?
This round is really stacked.
Yeah, it's like, oh man. Because I really would love to see Misfits live. Like 82, are you kidding? I would definitely go back to 82 and listen to so many punk bands. Sorry, live, I should say. But then at the same time, you're listening to it once, and then you can't listen to it again. It's kind of like erasing again, except with the opportunity to see the band perform this music. Look, I like Earth AD, but I think I prefer their collection album more than this record. So I guess I'd be picking the same choices as you. I'd go see Misfits live. I think it'd be an absolutely off-the-rails kind of like experience to see a punk show in 82 when things were just pure chaos. Like there's no safety. Not that there is much in small venues anyway, but there's much less safety. It definitely has a different vibe going for it, and it's kind of like this cult has grown out of its legendary status, I guess, within the punk scenes as well. Badge of honor.
It'd be like a lot of situation. Like you just see like something. There's something happening here, and you would be able to see that for the firsthand and have knowledge from the future, so you would know if you
Yeah.
did time travel.
Yeah, it's like a badge of honor. It's all like, I've fucking seen the Misfits, bitches. Like, so yeah, I would see them live. And lastly, listen to the Chisel. I really dug the album. What can I say? I would listen to this for the rest of my life. Like, I think it was that good of an album that I could just sit back and go, fuck yeah, like, this is a really good tune. Love playing it. I would do this over and over again. So I think that's our decisions in regards to that list there, everyone. I don't even know what number episode this is. I'm sure I'll have it in the description below. I think it's number 13. This is side A, I guess, because there should be a side 2 coming out soon. Matthew, do you want to go and tell me what have you got coming up? What's your upcoming projects on your channel that people can check out?
Upcoming projects that I'm hoping to do is that, since I've been doing a lot of band like festival recording, possibly I might be doing some like metal festivals in New England, doing the New England Metal Hardcore Festival. Might go record that. So if you want to see bands like from a side stage setting and stuff, I'm doing a lot more of that. So check out that. And I've got some reviews coming up that I'm looking forward to. I'm getting more bands who want to work with me and get reviews and reactions. So always thank you. If you're in a band, make any kind of music and just want someone to review it honestly and get promotion, hit me up. That's what I got going on.
Nice.
So, and tomorrow's my birthday, so I got that going on.
Yeah. Go check out his shirts as well. Makes those nice little shirts, like the little Hatebreed Diazabal one over there. I love that design. Absolutely sick design. I know a lot of people hate it. But
I know. But Redditors will be Redditors.
Yeah, Hatebreed is going to Hatebreed, alright? Don't worry about it. So, like, it's all good, man. Thank you very much for checking out this episode, everyone. Make sure to do the socials, like, share the shit out of this. You know, make sure to plaster it on, I don't know, a public restroom. Put a QR code there and say, click this for a good time. I know it just helps the video somehow. Alright, everyone. You have a great day out there and stay spicy. If you've enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to us, and stay notified for future music-related content because it keeps our manager happy at the end of the day. We are also on Discord, Instagram, Facebook, and all those other social platforms if you want to check us out. As always, people, you have a great day and stay spicy.